If you have one skill that you could sell online, that could be something you can use to dramatically grow your content publishing business. So the assumption today is this. The assumption is you want to grow a blog so that it is a full-time living or a niche site or a series of niche sites, and that becomes your content publishing business, and that's the focus. That's where you want to get to, but let's assume you're not there yet, and that your whatever site you built is not generating sufficient money to be a full-time endeavor. What can you do to maybe speed it up or do it so that you don't have to go get a 9-to-5 job? Well, one thing you can do, and this is only going to really apply, is if you have really, really good skills in one thing that you can sell online. And then what you do is you sell that as a freelancer or as an independent contractor, get the higher fees that you can command because you're very good at, turn around and outsource to the work that you can't do or that you can get for lower rates with other people to help build up your site. And I know people that do this, okay? In fact, I know some people who are very good at writing. Somehow they have clients who are paying them really high rates for the writing. They can turn around and hire writers for their websites for less money per word or whatever the rate is, and get their blogs growing in that way. Now you could do the same as if you're in graphic design. If you're very good at graphic design but you still love the content publishing business and want to move in that direction, you could charge whatever your $30, $40, $50, $100 an hour as a graphic designer to your clients, turn around, use some of that money to build up your blog. So if you're having a hard time trying to scale up, or you're juggling too many balls in the air, consider whether or you want to just simply outsource some of the work because you're tired of trying to do it all. If you have one really good skill that you're really good at and that you enjoy doing, a really good model is to sell those services to people for really high rates and turn around and then hire people to do the work that maybe you're not so keen on doing. Of course, the end game is that you get to the point where the blog can fully sustain outsourcing anything that you don't want to do, leaving you time to focus on the tasks that you can do and apply to your content publishing, whether it's a blog or niche site. So for instance, if you are a graphic designer, maybe a lot of you are watching, well, why would a graphic designer even get into the content publishing business? Actually, a graphic designer could do quite well because, in my view, really good graphics like illustrations or cool anatomy shots or really nice charts and all that, these can be really good for content pieces. And the reason I say that is if you put there, other sites are going to take them or use them or link to them, and then if they do use them on their own sites, they're going to link back. And it can be a really good way to attract links. And I do this quite a bit. In fact, I don't have the skills to do really any graphic design whatsoever, not even Canva. I can't do any of it. I appreciate it. And so I will hire people to do some of these. If I come up with a cool illustration idea for one of my niche sites, I'll publish that. And sure enough, over time, it doesn't happen overnight, other sites will take it, they'll use it because it's good for their readers, and they'll provide me a source link. And so I've built a link. But not only that, even if I don't get a lot of links out of it, I get a really good piece of content for my site. So, yes, graphic designers and illustrators, they can move into the content publishing business, and they can focus on that for their niche sites, and they can outsource the content to writers to produce that, and they can then focus on the graphics that revolve around the content that they're paying for and grow their niche sites that way. It's super viable. If you're a real SEO person, I see no reason. There are a lot of SEO bloggers out there that talk about and blog about SEO, and I've always just been curious why they don't do additional sites. I think probably some do, but that they don't have other sites where they actually do their SEO, because if you're really good at SEO, I'm a mediocre SEO at best. I probably don't even know enough to even open up an agency really, unless it was a content focus. But some people are really good at on-site technical SEO. They really know their stuff and they stay up to date with all the trends. And there's no reason that they couldn't start a blog and apply their super SEO skills and grow it. Probably have an advantage over a lot of other sites just because they're good at SEO and they're interested in it and so forth. And offering SEO services is highly, highly lucrative. I mean, you only need a few clients and to pay you a monthly fees to do their SEO. It's not going to take you 40 hours a week. It gives you pretty good monthly revenue that you can turn around to use to grow your content blogs, do the stuff you don't want to do. So there's something for everyone. almost. I mean, I don't want to say for everyone, but there's a lot of different skill sets involved in a content publishing business, which is really fun. I'm a jack of all trades. I kind of do a mediocre job at everything and it works for me, but a lot of people have super skills in one or two particular areas that they could sell and use that as a way to finance the other portions that they're not interested in doing. So it's something to consider. If you're looking to scale up, you might as well outsource or freelance and get as much money as possible. Use those funds to help grow your niche sites as fast as possible. Thanks for listening.